Bev, you good?
I'm good, John.
Good? Okay, let me just do my intro.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, guys? Jruzz here, and welcome to another episode of Jruzz Inspires podcast. And before I start this episode, I wanna mention this tradition that I've been doing this podcast. So, as you might know, that I invite my previous colleagues into this podcast because of multiple reasons. First, I want to keep in touch with them.
Lovely.
Right?
Yes.
Keep in touch. How are you? What are you doing? It's been almost a decade, I think, since the last time we worked. Second, I want to inspire people through my stories. Because believe it or not, there's so many people that don't believe that I wasn't like this. Like I never speak like this, especially back in the day.
know.
Right? I'm completely a different person. So a lot of people are shocked when they hear it. And they're inspired by my story. Like everyone I always want to advise that everyone can change, can learn to speak or to whatever they want to do.
Absolutely.
Right? Exactly. And the third thing is I want to pay respect to the people that inspired me to who I am today.
Aww.
And my next guest is one of the biggest reasons of what I am right now. And that's none
John.
other than Miss Bev Mileham. welcome, Bev. How are
John,
you?
thank you so much. So, do I call you John? Like I know you, John, but or is it? What's it, Jruzz?
No, I always say that when you call me John, then we used to be colleagues, But when you call me Jruzz, then you stumble upon me through
Later.
social media. But you can still call me John. Because
Thank you.
It's already a muscle memory, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So, just a backstory. Bev and I have worked with Biz Group for almost 3 years. That was almost a decade ago.
Yes.
Right?
Was it only 3 years? It felt like I worked with you for a lot longer.
That's the thing. The company, Biz Group, made the biggest impact in my life. And it felt like I worked there for like 10 years.
It really impacted you so much.
Yeah,
and you impacted us too. You did.
I hope so.
You did.
No, but I think you also impacted me. We're gonna talk about it. But
Yes.
Bev, before we start, I want to introduce yourself to the viewers. Go for it.
You want me to?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so John, this is so exciting. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. I am currently a happiness consultant.
Oh.
Spreading happiness is my absolute passion and my purpose. But yes, there's quite a big story, behind why happiness is my purpose. But yes, and I live in South Africa now. I did live in Dubai for 25 years. And can you believe that? It's amazing. And we've been back in South Africa for 6.5 years now. We live in Ballito on the east coast of South Africa. And I actually do conduct workshops and talks around South Africa, and always in line with my purpose of spreading happiness.
Oh, yeah.
And even in Ballito, I'm doing lots and lots of different initiatives which are in line with my purpose of spreading happiness. So I am loving my life at the moment. I'm so blessed. Yes.
I think you always love your life.
Yeah, it's up to you, John. We are all responsible for our own happiness and our own success. Nobody else. So it's up to you yourself, and I am very, very grateful.
So speaking
Thank
of
you.
happiness, guys, so our topic for today is the secrets of unlocking your happiness.
Unlocking your
And
happiness.
I just want to say something that Bev is probably the happiest person that I've met in my entire life. And that's coming from a 40-year-old man. I've been here in this world for 40 years, and I haven't met a single person as happy as Bev. I'm being serious. Seriously.
Wow.
And that's coming from a person that considered by my friends already a happy person.
Yes, well,
but
you
I never met a happier person than you.
Oh,
Seriously.
thank you.
Like
Thank
every
you, John.
single day when we were still working at this, like every single morning, like the energy you give to the company, to the team, to the people around you.
It's contagious, right?
Yeah,
it's
very
contagious.
And I think that's one of the biggest thing that I've got inspired from you is happiness. Like just being happy, just being positive to whatever's going on.
Yes.
Just be happy.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I even see you mad at all, to be honest. Like I can't even remember.
I do have my down days. I promise
yes.
you, that's only normal.
Maybe I could count with my one hand, I think. That's it. But I never seen you that mad. Maybe you were uncomfortable sometimes, but I mean, after a while you'll just switch it off. I don't know how. So but anyway, we're gonna talk about happiness today. So if you want to be happy, or you want to know what are the secrets to be happy,
Yes.
keep watching this episode.
Thank you, John. This is great. Thank you.
Bev, I want to know, how did it start? I mean, how your happiness advocacy started? Is it
Yes.
from the very beginning?
Okay, that's a very, very, very good question.
Yeah.
And I would like to share my story.
Okay.
Because, after school, I went into finance. I don't know if you know this. I was in finance for like 12, 13 years. And I always worked for the same company in South Africa, Avis Rent-A-Car.
Avis.
Yes. For 15 years. I was with Avis for 15 years before we moved to Dubai in 1995. So I was there from 1980. And the most of the time that I was there, I was in finance, and I studied, through them. I got my degree in finance and so on. And I was an accountant and an auditor and so on.
Yeah.
And then they saw potential in me to go over into the training division of Avis. So I bridged over into training, and I headed up the training department in Avis. And then Roger, my husband, got an opportunity to move to Dubai in 1995, which was a leap of faith, because nobody knew about Dubai. There wasn't even the internet really to speak of.
1995.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And they tried to convince me to stay there and so on. And I said, no, we're going as a family. And we moved over to Dubai. And at first I did work for Avis in Dubai as well.
Yes.
And then eventually I moved over into, training consultancy through Biz Group, right? It became Biz Group.
Wow.
It wasn't Biz Group in the beginning. And I was with Biz Group for many, many years. And eventually, and I was living my passion. Training was my absolute passion, and speaking, positivity. I learned a lot from Hazel Jackson, maximizing your potential. I was a motivational speaker and so on. It was amazing. And we built the culture of the company. Eventually, I was the general manager of Avis Rent-A-Car. I mean, I was of Avis as well, but of Biz Group.
Yeah.
And during that time, Dubai wanted to be the happiest city in the world. I don't know if this is still a big thing.
I think I was there.
Yeah, and Dubai, yes, and
You were developing together the program.
yes, and yes, Dubai wanted to be the happiest city in the world. We even had the Minister of Happiness in the government,
yes.
and there was this whole big drive. And I said, this is an opportunity for us. We already have developed this amazing culture in Biz Group. So let's create a model. And I created this model called a happy and engaging place to work. And we started inspiring other companies to become, to embrace a culture like we had and become a happy and engaging place to work. So I conducted workshops in companies around Dubai and became a keynote speaker on happiness. I studied happiness, and I really fell in love with the whole science of happiness. Okay, I was living it anyway naturally, but it became my thing. And they called me the Chief Happiness Officer. Remember that?
Yes,
of Biz?
Clearly remember
and
that.
I was living my dream, and I was clearly my purpose and my passion. And then I went home to visit my mom. And my mom said, Bev, there's a whole lot of school books in my garage store in a box. Go through them and throw out what you don't want. I want to clear out. So I'm sitting on the floor of my mom's garage, and I'm going through all these old school books of mine. And I pick up this book that I am so sorry I don't have with me right now. I always have it when I do my keynotes, but I mean, it's still in South Africa, unfortunately.
I'm gonna paste the picture in this video.
Yes, please. You need to slot this in.
I will.
But I pick up the school book, and I think, I remember this. And you must see the school book. It's still covered the way that we used to cover our school books. This was in 1977 that I did this project.
How old were you?
15. At the age of 15, I did this project. And I opened this project, and I can't believe my eyes. The teacher said to us, we can choose the topic ourselves. We must write our project on something that is important to us. And I chose the topic of happiness at the age of 15. Okay. I open this book, and I see the whole project is entitled and on happiness. Then after school, I went and I studied finance, and I was this accountant, and and then my whole life had gone in this round circle and back to what I was put on this earth for. Because, John, we've all been put on this earth for a reason. The Japanese call it your ikigai.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You remember your ikigai. What is your purpose? What is your passion? When you are living and when you are clear on what your purpose is and the impact that you can have through your purpose on other people's lives, that's when the magic happens. So I'm sitting on the floor of my mom's garage, and I'm going, oh my gosh, this is clearly my purpose. I'm never going to deviate from spreading happiness again. And I had found it in Dubai anyway, and then reminded that I did this project when I was 15 years old. And so, even after leaving Dubai and going back to South Africa, some people said to me, Bev, just drop the whole happiness thing. I know you're engrossed in happiness, but South Africa, like, it's way too pink and fluffy for, happiness. You need something
I
like...
have no idea.
Yeah, no. South Africa's tough. You need like grit or resilience or thriving or whatever. And I thought, no, this project that I did, this is my purpose. And I'm sure everybody in the world needs happiness. Everybody needs happiness.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm not deviating from it. And in South Africa, when people ask me what I do and I say I'm a happiness consultant, it gets everybody like, I don't think there are many happiness consultants around. You get life coaches and you get all, but you don't get somebody that's a happy. And I am truly a happiness consultant. That's what I do, and with people individually as well as with corporate, with organizations, creating a happy and engaging place to work, and now in schools as well, because the impact that a teacher has on the life of a child is profound.
Yeah.
So that's how this whole happiness thing came about. It was in Dubai, with Dubai wanting to be the happiest city in the world, that I actually found my purpose and my passion. And and now I'm absolutely still living it every single day.
You don't feel like happiness have been overlooked by so many people because they think that they can just switch it on and off.
Yeah.
But I think it's sometimes it's not easy. Like you don't know what people are going through.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just hard to go back to being happy. Like I wanna give you this personal story of mine.
Yes.
So during the pandemic, I went through shit.
I know you did.
I know.
Pandemic. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I lost so many things in life.
Shame.
I've learned so many lessons. But one thing that I always go back to is, believe it or not, you.
Oh, John.
No, I'm being serious. I remember I had in my room, I had the group picture that I took at Biz Group.
Yes.
With the Biz balls in the background, you're throwing
that
Biz
was
balls
amazing
towards the
picture.
camera.
Yes.
And I still feel bad that I'm not on that picture. Like,
yeah, because you took that picture.
I was thinking that's the ultimate problem of being a photographer. You're always not in the picture. But anyway, so yeah, I used to have that on my wall. I have the Biz balls, the three color Biz balls, and I always think of.
I've still got that picture of that you gave me as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I always go back to you. Like that thing that I always tell you that you inspired me to be happy. Like I always go back to whatever I learned from you. Like how just be happy to whatever you're going through in life. So I think it gave me one of the biggest impact of how I managed to overcome the pandemic. And it's not easy. Like
no, it's not.
So many people left.
No.
So many people did not manage to to resolve whatever they gone through during the pandemic. But for me, I feel like I did a lot of the things that I managed to achieve because of just trying to be happy.
Yes.
As much as I can.
Yes. It's and as you say, sometimes it really, really isn't easy. And you want this podcast to be about unlocking your happiness.
Yeah.
So I really would like to share some tips with people.
Cool.
And it's not about being false. It's not about being, you need to still be authentically yourself. And we all go through the valleys and we all go through the downtimes. And it's what you also do in those valleys and those downtimes as well. But the interesting thing is that so many people are chasing something. They're saying, when I have that, I'll be happy. Even in their subconscious, I can't be happy now because I haven't really, you might be thinking, I haven't really succeeded in my business.
Yes.
When my business is successful, I'll be happy. When I have that dream home, I'll be happy. When I have the dream job, I'll be happy. When I have the dream relationship, I'll be happy. And you're chasing something and thinking when you have that, you'll be happy. But you know what? When you get that, you will still be chasing something else.
Yes. 100%.
You will never, those people will never be happy. You can find the richest person in the world that's got everything and he might not be happy. Then you can see somebody that's really got very little and they are happy every day. So the science behind this is, instead of always chasing when I have, you need to be thinking, now, what can I be that's going to be, I need to be happy now. And then I will be able to do so much more because I have to be in the right mindset. I'll be able to achieve so much more if I'm happy now. And then I will have. It'll come to me. So what I do is I want to help people try and find their happiness now, no matter what their circumstances are. Now, the science of happiness is, you can actually Google this, that 50% of your happiness depends on your personality, your genes, what you're born with, okay? So some of us are blessed. Like, let's think about Lani in the office, okay? She's another example. She was my right-hand lady, and she was probably had even more happiness and energy as me. Like, she's insane, okay? So she's fortunate that she's born like that. That's in her personality. And I'm also fortunate that one of my top strengths and personality is positivity. Anyway, it comes naturally to me. So 50% of your happiness depends on your personality. 10%, only 10%, depends on your circumstances and your environment. And what do? We tend to blame our circumstances and our environment. The COVID, the conflict that's going on now in the Middle East. We tend to blame circumstances and the environment, and that's why we things are going wrong for us, or whatever, or we don't feel good about it, or we depressed or whatever. So that's only 10%. The other 40% is what I focus on, because that is things that if you do certain things on a daily basis and you make it your rituals, you will increase your happiness. So it's what you actually do on a daily basis. So we can't do that much about our personality. We can't do. We can do, but a lot of times our circumstances is thrown at us, and it's there, that 10%. But our 40% of our daily activity and what we are saying when we talk to ourselves, what we are doing, that is in our complete control. So nobody but yourself is actually to blame for your mindset and your happiness and your current and even your success. Okay. So that's what I look at, and the most important thing in that 40% is your absolute mindset. Your brain is extremely powerful. Your mindset is extremely powerful, and the thing is that we have been, told certain things, and we've been programmed. Our mind has been programmed in a certain way through our upbringing in our entire life, and that actually creates your mindset as well as your belief system. What do I believe? Do I believe in myself, or have I got limiting beliefs? So I want to tap into that now, and I can change actually both of that. I can change my mindset and I can change my belief system so that I can achieve a hell of a lot more in life. So what you say when you talk to yourself is the most important thing. And what you think about and you focus on is what you're actually going to attract and what you're going to bring into your life. So your thought processes is the most important thing. Your brain is completely capable of you inserting more positive into your brain, into your mind, weeding out the negatives, and focusing and forcing yourself to focus more on the positive. And that's why people talk about gratitude, being grateful for what you have now, okay? Focusing on that gratitude for what I have now in the moment instead of looking for what I'm going to be in the future, okay? So I'm going to focus on now. I'm going to tell myself positive things. I'm going to brain clean myself. I've got these daily affirmations which I want you to select one. I've got 44 on my workshops. They're all different, John. I've created all of them. Take anyone.
Okay.
Choose anyone.
I'll choose this.
And you can have as many as you like. What does it say? Turn it around.
Ooh. Number 35. My future depends on what I do today.
There you go. My future depends on what I do now. We've just been talking about that, right? So my future depends on what I do today. It's in your that's yours, okay? That's yours. You can take it. Take another one. Take another one. Let's have some fun with this. Anyone.
Ooh, number 1. I already possess everything I need to achieve my goals.
So those two go together. Those two go together. And you do. I mean, you're the most gifted talented person. I mean, I wish I had a 10th of your skills. So I already possess everything I need to achieve my goals, and my future depends on what I do today. So I've got 44 different affirmation cards here, and those are and you can make your own, and I can send them all to you, and you can take as many as you like. People love this. On my workshops, I'm always saying, just to get also engagement in that, people choose an affirmation card and so on. And it's crazy how the card that they choose is meant for them.
Same.
It's meant for you. It's absolutely meant for you. And they're all completely different, and they're quite a wide range. So anyway, so what you say when you talk to yourself, like these affirmations, I also believe in mantras. I will take affirmations and make them even, bigger. Like my main mantra is, I'm happy and bright. I'm a shining being of light. I'm an energetic peak performer. I'm an awesome life transformer. Okay? Because that goes with me. That is my personal mantra, right?
100%.
But you make your own, and you say it over and over and over again to yourself, because what you think about, you bring about it. Because that's what I do. I'm transforming people's lives through my impacting people through my work that I do.
Yeah.
But you can create your own mantra, and the more you are giving yourself that, planting that food into your mindset, your brain, and everything, the more it actually is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back to what you mentioned earlier about the 40%. Can you give me some of those examples of what you can do every single day?
Yes.
To be
Okay.
happy?
Right. So what I was saying now about your brain and how important it is that you feed in the right stuff, that is the number one thing. Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, before you get out of bed, like I wake up in the morning and I spend about 10 minutes before I start my day in deciding, because my mind is so powerful, I'm going to decide. I'm going to choose a word for the day. I always choose a word for the year. My word for this year is progress. My word for the day, I choose a word every morning, depending on what I need, and I get myself going on the right track, right? So you can lie in bed in the morning and you can say, oh my gosh, I don't feel like this today. We've just had the Eid holidays. Yeah, we've just had the Eid holidays, and it's Monday morning, and I don't feel like going back to work, and oh my gosh, I wish I could just, have a few more days off. Oh, gee. And now what are you doing? You are starting to get onto the negative track, right? And you are going to attract more negative. So you start your day off by wiping that clean and saying, today is going to be flippin' awesome. Today is a gift. I get to do certain things. John, what we're doing now is not my favorite thing to do.
As you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I'm not, I will speak in front of 1,000 people, but being on a video recorded thing is not. But I said to myself this morning, Bev, what is your word for today? My word for today is passion, because I wanted to come through. And this is my passion. This is my purpose. This is what I've been put on this earth to do. Okay. So you lie in bed in the morning and you choose your word. It might be belief. It might be brave. It might be kindness. It might be whatever positive word you need for that day. Okay. And I lay and I contemplated for a long time this morning. And eventually I said, it's my passion that's got to come through authentically today, because this is my passion. Bev, forget about the fact that you're being videoed. I mean, forget about that. Just focus on the passion, let that come through. So whatever word you need, you choose first thing in the morning, because, John, you need to live with intention. That 40% is in your hands.
Yes.
So you live with intention. So now you start your day on the positive track, and I get excited for the day. Now this starts affecting not only myself, because it does, it creates more, the neurons in your brain, more pathways, and becomes more positive anyway. But you start impacting other people. You walk into the lift, and I talk to the guy, and you saw me walk into the lift, and I want to brighten up his day.
A simple gesture like that.
Yes.
Helps a lot. Right?
Yes. So, and what you give out to somebody else is going to come back to you. So these are things that you need to create a habit of doing is talking to yourself in that positive way, reminding yourself and bringing yourself back to that word all the time, okay? Then, so throughout the day, that's what I do, right? I also plan things that are going to make me happy. So what is the thing that makes you happy? I'm so blessed that I live in a beautiful town called Belito with the most beautiful coastline and the most beautiful sunrises over the sea. Here you have the sun setting over the sea.
Yeah.
But that I know gives me energy. It gives me, the ocean does so much for me, and that sunrise in the morning does so much for me. Yeah. So I get up very early in the morning and I go down to the ocean because and I walk with a walking group and I love it. I absolutely love it. So, but whatever it is, maybe it's singing in the shower, maybe it's with put your favorite music on, or maybe it's been very quiet and meditating in the morning. Whatever it is, find the things and plan them. Make sure you've got time to do the things that make you happy. Okay, find those things and do them. Okay. Right. Then, throughout the day, what you say when you talk to yourself, what you say when you talk to other people, because it's going to come back to you, it's positive contagion, and so on. Then at the end of the day, when you end your day, have a ritual of thinking back of your day and focusing on the things that you're grateful for in that day, and in general, what you're grateful for. And even if you've had a terrible day, there's something that you're grateful for. I'm grateful that it's the end of the day, and I'm grateful that I'm getting into this bed. There's always something.
There's always something.
So
true.
I've got this Glad book, which I did remember to bring along with me. I might not have brought my school project, but I brought this. Now, Andy Fieldhouse in Biz, he came up with this Glad concept, and I have, with his permission, stolen it from him, and it's become my thing. In South Africa, everybody gets a Glad book. Okay, so now, Glad, at the end of the day, Glad, you do your journal, and G stands for grateful. So you write down what you're grateful for.
Cool.
Okay, you don't have to do this at the end of the day. You can do this anytime. But the reason why I do this at the end of the day is something that I learned very early on, is that your subconscious part of your brain doesn't go to sleep. So what you're thinking of before you go to sleep is going to be embedded more while you are sleeping. That's why they say, don't go to sleep angry. Say your prayers before you go to sleep, count your blessings before you go to sleep. So I do my Glad book. So I write down, and when you write down what you're grateful for, it's more than just thinking it, because now you're embedding it in. So you write down what you're grateful for. You then write down, the L is, what have you learned today? What can I learn from this experience? Why am I in this valley now? Why am I going through this tough time? But what am I going to learn from my experiences to help me not make the same mistakes again, or be able to get over these obstacles easier next time, or whatever it is? Or what can I learn from what happened today?
Yes.
Like tonight, I'm going to be thinking about this podcast.
Yes.
What have I learned from it? How can I have done it better, or whatever? And if you stop learning, John, you're going to get old. Tell me, that's what I say to myself. So this year, my word for the year is progress, and I am progressing, and I am learning AI. I'm learning videos and all of this stuff and everything. So I never want to stop learning. Otherwise, I'll get old. Then what have I achieved today is the A in Glad.
Wow.
Because there are always little achievements. And when you're in a valley or when you're down, you're going to forget about all those achievements. So that's the time to go back to your Glad book and look at all the achievements that you've actually have achieved, to pep yourself up again and remind yourself of all your achievements. So what have I achieved today or some other time in my life? Or try and remember my achievements. And then D is, what am I going to do next? Because a productive day tomorrow starts the night before. So I write down, what am I going to do next, or what am I going to do differently? And so that is living with, once again, with intention and with purpose. So thank you, Andy. Andy, this Glad book is amazing. So that's another little tip that you can do. There are so many things that we can do on a daily basis that is going to increase your your mind, your positivity, your mindset, and your happiness, that absolutely affects your success.
Yeah.
But it's not only thinking, John. It's not only thinking. Now, this is important, okay? In belief and thinking and telling yourself the right thing, because what you think about, you bring about, is important. But I can't just sit there and go, R1 million, $1 million, or $1 million dirhams, $1 million dirhams, $1 million dirhams, and it's going to just fall on my.
Is it manifesting?
It's manifesting. And people in South Africa have become known as the person that manifests, that can manifest, okay? It's manifesting. But you've also got to get up off your ass, and you've actually also got to work to manifest.
Of course.
So your belief system and your mindset is going to drive, it's going to drive the actions. But if I want to run a marathon in 6 months' time, I can't just think it. I've got to get those trainers on my feet, and I've got to actually get up early in the morning. I've got to run, okay? So the actions are important. But you need the right mindset and the right belief system to drive those actions positively. So you need to create that. Your belief system might be quite limited because of your upbringing. I'm not saying you, but anybody. You know, you might, by the time you listen to this, man is born to win and then conditioned to lose. I learned this from Hazel Jackson. Wow. By the time you are 18 years old, you've heard the words, no, you can't, 148,000 times. 148,000 times. Okay?
I heard that a lot. I heard that a lot.
Yes. No, you can't do that. Don't remember when you wanted to move to Dubai, for example. Yeah. No, don't go to Dubai. You won't succeed. No, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you know, I just want to mention when I started this social media alone.
Yes,
I was told by so many people that I can't do it, and here I am today.
100%.
Right?
And it's these things you've got to keep, these daily affirmations, these things that you are telling yourself. It's not only going to increase your happiness, it's going to increase your success.
Yes.
And what you say to yourself is true. Where if you say you can't, it's true. If you say you can, it's true. No matter what you are saying is going to manifest itself, but you need to be saying the right things, and you need to be doing the hard work. So this didn't come easy for you. You had to have that belief. Yes. And never, ever, ever lose faith in yourself. Believe. And you know, the thing is what I spoke about earlier, if you are living your purpose and your passion, which you are working your purpose and your passion. This is 100% you. Remember, we did that native genius exercise in Biz. This is 100% you. But it was brave. You needed to be brave, John, to step outside of Biz and go on your own and do what you've done. And you cannot lose sight of your ability. Yes. And it says it there. What does it say there? I already possess everything I need to achieve my goals. And there's lots of cards like that. Yeah. Yes. You can do it, but you need to believe it. You need to be saying the right things to yourself, and then you need to be putting in the work as well. It's not just going to fall out of the sky. It's not just going to fall out of the sky. You can manifest. You can absolutely manifest. And your brain is very powerful, and it's got a thing called the reticular activating system. It's a filter. So listen to this. This is why what you think about, you bring about. Because what you're going to focus on, it's going to attract. Like, let's say, for example, you get a new car. What do you see on the road? You see that car. You see it everywhere. All of a sudden, you see that car. Okay?
Yeah.
So
it reminds me of the red car theory. Like,
yes.
Same exact thing.
So what you're focusing on, you are going to attract the same way that now you've got this car or whatever. As soon as you start focusing on certain things, it's amazing how that attracts. So when we got back to South Africa, COVID hit. We lived in Belito. We knew one couple in Belito. That was all. They were also Charmaine. Do you remember?
Charmaine,
yes. That one couple in. Hi, Charmaine. I love Charmaine. So that was the only couple we knew in Belito. I didn't know anybody else. Now I'm running a networking group there, the North Coast Coffee Club, which is incredible, and I know loads of people. And I'm involved in many initiatives and so on in Belita. But when we first went there, I didn't know anybody, and it was COVID. And I didn't know, I used that time wisely. When you're in the valley, how are you going to handle it? What you're going to do? I used that time wisely. I studied. I did all sorts of things. And I started joining the groups that you could join during COVID. So there was a hot meal initiative where you chop vegetables and for the people that are hungry and that during COVID and stuff. So I go along and I join that and I meet these people and this lady comes and she starts chopping vegetables next to me, onions. We're chopping onions, crying while we're chopping onions. And she says to me, so Bev, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm only new back in South Africa and, nothing yet and it's COVID and everything. She says, but so what did you used to do in Dubai? And so I start telling her. She says, oh my word. She says, you've got to meet my husband. I said, yes. She says, he's got a call center and he's trying to change the culture of the call center. And he's using this book called Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. And I said to her, what? I didn't even know people in South Africa knew the book Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. I said, we built the whole of Biz Group on Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. I know that stuff backwards. It's in my Bible. It's in my brain. She says, oh, you have to meet my husband anyway because he wants to change the culture of his company. I said, okay, fine, cool. So I meat him. I say to him, what is your BHAG? Because BHAG comes from that book.
BHAG, yes.
So I thought he's going to know this. He says, Bev, my BHAG is which, by the way, stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal. I said, what is your BHAG? Where are you going? He says, I want 1,000 happy people. I said, what, 1,000 happy customers? He says, no, I want 1,000 happy people in my company. I said, you're talking to the right person. You're talking to the right person. I said, I can help you do this. Like, I got so excited. And I couldn't believe. Now, talk about manifesting.
Yes.
Who would have thought that I would have bumped into this woman, this wonderful, beautiful wife, while I'm chopping onions to feed the hungry people? But I went along there. Remember what I said to you? You can say as much in your brain, but you've got to do the actions. You've got to get out there. You've got to make it happen. So I went out there and I'd been manifesting this. And I'd already decided, even though some people had said to me, Bev, drop the happiness thing, I'd already decided I'm not dropping the happiness thing. And now this guy says to me, he wants 1,000 happy people. He used the word happy, not me. And I said, this is insane. And then that was my first contract. That was my first contract. I started working for them and it just went from there. I mean, John.
What are the chances? Can you imagine?
What are your chances? What are your chances? And what you put out there, what you are focusing on is what you are going to attract into your life. And that is the most important thing you can do with that 40% that we were talking about. You really have to believe it. You've got to be talking to yourself like that all the time, plus spreading it to other people, because the more you are doing that, the more it's going to come back to you. And talk about what you do, because that's going to help you find the right people that need you. If I didn't speak about what I did while fortunately she asked me, but the more you put it out there, the better. And live your brand. Live your brand. My brand is happiness. And it's got a hook every single time I mention it. Oh, by the way, John, I must tell you this. I live my brand completely. I drive a car, a Suzuki Swift, an orange Suzuki Swift, okay? And you know what the number, in South Africa, you can personalize your number plate. So my number plate is Be Happy. Be happy.
No way. Be happy.
So I get the best service at the petrol stations, at, wherever I go. It's, don't worry, be happy. Everybody knows me with this because I'm living my brand.
Yes.
So I can't get, I almost swore now, but I can't get mad in the car. Because my car says be happy. So I'm driving with a smile on my face. I'm singing to the radio. It's helping me remind me that I've got to live my brand and smiling at other cars because they can see I'm be happy. So it's fine. And I don't actually get triggered by bad driving. Fortunately, it doesn't trigger me. I think, what the heck, it doesn't matter. I'm not, there's that book by Mel Robbins called Let Them, the Let Them Theory. Let them. If they want to drive like idiots, let them. As long as they don't bump my car, let them. Okay. But the problem, John, is that my husband also drives my car. And I'm usually a passenger next to him because he can drive so much better than me, so he doesn't like being a passenger, so he's going to drive my car and I've got to sit next to him. And how many times I've got to say to him, Roger? Because it's like, that idiot on the road, no, and he's like swearing and cursing at them, and no, I'm not going to let him in, and blah, blah, blah.
You should have a separate plate when he's driving. You can just switch it on and off, you know?
Be grumpy. I've got to have be grumpy. Shame, Roger. I love you lots. I love you, my darling. But anyway, yeah, you should have said that. So I'm saying to him, Roger, first of all, the car says be happy.
Yeah.
Secondly, you don't even know what that person's face looks like. And, you've allowed that person, okay, this is a big part of being happy, right? You've allowed that person to give you high blood pressure, it's actually affects your health.
Yeah.
And give you heart palpitations and all the rest of it. So let them and put a smile on your face. It's good for your health. There's a vibration pyramid. You can Google this. And you want to be at the top of the vibration because, you can feel people's energy. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah. But it's also good for your health, John. When you're below that middle line and it's like anger or guilt or shame or resentment or envy or jealousy. And I've been through that.
Yeah.
I've been through it. People hurt me, It's happened to me recently where somebody's really, really hurt me. And it's taken me a long time to let it go, And I've been there. But it's not good for your health. It's causes you internal stress. And most of the time, it's causing you that stress, even though you are resenting that person, that's not having any impact on them. So the more we can raise above that vibration, where we go into peace, calm, enlightenment, joy, love, happiness, excitement or whatever, people feel it. They feel your energy. And the more you can move into that, it's better for your health. It's better for your success. It's better for other people around you, and it changes your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I add something to that list?
Yes.
It's something that I've been doing recently.
Yes.
What you eat really matters.
Yes.
For you to be happy.
Thank you.
I've been doing my diet for like almost a year.
Look at you.
Yeah, I've lost weight, and if you eat junk,
yes,
if you eat bad food, it's gonna affect your life, the whole day or the whole week.
100%. Right? So I'm so glad you've mentioned that. Your physicality affects your happiness. So what you eat, your exercise, exercise will give you endorphins, happy endorphins, and it's good for your physicality. Your sleep is very important.
I need to work on that though.
Yes. Your sleep is very important. You will never be able to catch up on your sleep. Lost sleep is gone. And if you are tired, when you are tired, not only is it bad for your health, but it's difficult to have a positive mindset when you are feeling tired. It makes you feel down. So yes, what you eat healthily. I mean, you can Google this stuff these days with what's healthy eating, happy eating. What makes you happy? What affects your moods? Your sleep, your drinking water, all those healthy things, and your exercise. John, I play paddle. I go to the gym regularly. I love my grit class in the gym. I love that. I walk regularly, and I do line dancing 3 times a week.
Oh, no way! I feel like you're more active than me,
But you need to make the time for this.
Yes.
You absolutely need to make the time for it. It's discipline, and the line dancing. I'm not good at it, hey. But
you
it's
don't
good.
have to be good at something to be
yes,
happy at
but
it.
it's good. But it's good for me. And I love it. I love it. It's good for me.
I want to go back to passion and purpose.
Yes.
It's something that I was thinking before I did social media. So because as I told you, I was inspired by Biz Group, and especially you. For example, like Biz Group, purpose is enriching lives, right? For you, about happiness. And I was thinking about what should come up, and then I thought about. It's also written in my profile, like it's inspiring people through my stories and photographs.
I love it.
There's so many people are inspired by my stories and my pictures.
Yes.
And do you remember the story that I told you during my interview? My first interview at Biz.
Yes,
right?
I do remember that interview very well. Still in the old office.
Yeah, so how I started as a street vendor.
Yes.
Selling on the street, right? And then, enrolling myself to school, studying all over again. And then, just keep on studying, keep on learning. And now here I am today.
Yeah.
Like everything I do in life is all about training myself,
Yes.
improving myself,
Yes.
learning, you know,
Yes.
and that's how I managed to achieve whatever I'm going through right now.
You're
So,
amazing. I remember that interview so well. And what impressed me, and it was in the old office still,
Yes.
but what impressed me so much about you, and you know, interviewing skills is very, very, very important. And we were very good at that in Biz. We trained it as well.
Yes.
Top grading interview and so on. But I remember the tenacity and the determination and the will to keep learning and keep progressing, but also the tenacity of how you overcame adversity and things that were tough in your life.
Yes.
And what you did and what you achieved, it was just phenomenal. There was a company that you worked for before us, Move or something.
Move One,
Yes, I remember that very well. And I just knew at the end of that interview, or even very early in the interview, I knew we have to employ this guy. And that was the most awesome employment that it was just, you were just like brilliant, like absolutely. And it was like a match made in heaven, we the culture, your skills that you brought in, and you've always been like that. You've always just kept progressing yourself.
Yeah.
I think progress is a very, very big part of you.
Like even the way I speak, like Bev just proved my followers right. Like I don't speak like this back in the day. Like I don't even speak in front of the office, in front of the meeting.
Yes.
I was one of the most silent people in the room.
Yeah, because
It's
you
like,
were always behind the camera.
I was always behind the
so
camera.
now, and this is what you are doing now, John, is your calling.
Yes.
It's what you're meant to do. You can touch so many people's lives. First of all, you're such an inspiration because of what you've achieved and what you've done against all odds.
Yeah.
And yes, as a speaker, now you're running workshops and you're teaching people.
Could you imagine?
Yes, it's incredible. But you see, it's what you and your belief system is, that's why you need to write your achievements and stuff down, because you build on it and you build on it and you build on it. The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
The sky is the limit. So you can actually inspire so many other people,
Yes.
not to give up on your dreams.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but also this is what you love. You love you love this work and so when we were talking about the purpose and passion, there's actually 4 circles in your ikigai. You can Google this, your ikigai. What is your ikigai? There's 4 things. The first thing is you've got to do what you love. You've got to love this, okay? But where these 4 things interact and come into the middle is your ikigai. So first of all, you've got to love it. Do you love doing what you're doing? Do you love your job?
Of course.
Yes, you love your job. Okay, so it's your passion, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is you've got to be good at it. Like I love dancing, but I'm not good at it. So I'm not going to be able to be a dancing teacher, and my dancing teacher will say, no, Bev, you can't be a dancing teacher. Fine, okay? But I'm very good at delivering keynotes, talks and stuff like that, and workshops and on happiness.
Yes.
So, but you've got to love it and you've got to be good at it. I was good as an accountant, but that wasn't my calling. It wasn't my passion. So you've got to have both of those. The third thing is the world's got to need it. Otherwise, it can't be a purpose. It can't be. You can't impact people. Make an impact if the world doesn't need it. Okay? That's why I love what I'm doing with the teachers, because the world needs good teachers that are also passionate about what they're doing. So does the world need what you do? Yes, they do, especially now in your field. The whole world needs this content creation and so on, what you do. So the world's got to need it.
Yes.
And the fourth one, which is very important, you've got to be rewarded for it. You can't go into a job that's not going to pay you, because then it's not sustainable.
Yes.
Okay. So you've got to, first of all, feel fulfilled, rewarded, but also financially, you've got to be clever in what you do. You can't run around doing free workshops and so on, because it's not sustainable, So those are the 4 things. And you've got to be in a line of work that is you're good at, you love it, the world needs it, but you need to be able to make an income out of it. So those are the 4 things that when they come together, that is your ikigai. That's your purpose. So, and I actually help people uncover what is there. Because sometimes people don't know. They don't know, Bev, I don't really know what my passion is. I'm like, whoa, you're missing out on so much. So you've got a gift, John, and it's just wonderful that it makes me, I'm so happy to be sitting here with you today, because just to see how far you've come. And the potential is huge.
Yes.
You just need to be able to have those BHAGs. You need to have those goals. What does it say there about goals? I already possess everything I need to achieve my goals. Now, you've got to have clear goals. You've got to have a very clear goal of where you're going. A smart goal, not just, I want to run a marathon, but I want to get fit. I want to do a specific thing, like by such and such a date or whatever. You've got to have a very specific goal, smart goal. And then you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to be able to think. And that goal needs to be big. It needs to be a stretch. It needs to be out there.
Yeah, I got to work on this. I have one guest who literally sat down in front of me and literally told me that, Jruzz, you're sitting on a gold mine.
Yes.
Like, you have so many skills, you have so many talents, you have your humor, you have your character, you have your social media.
Yes.
You could be a millionaire in a snap. Like, you just need to know how to
unlock it. You need to, and you know what? That door is waiting.
Yeah.
That door is waiting for you.
I'm still waiting.
Yes. And don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it.
I'm still working.
Do the right things that's going to point in that direction. Play all your options. Or take every opportunity that you possibly have. Use all the connections that you have, because you've got a lot here. You've been in Dubai for a long time.
Yeah.
And it'll come.
Yeah, I have this habit of just letting things happen. That's one of the probably one of my biggest drawback is just letting things happen.
I'm also a bit like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like there's something in me like, John, you gotta do something. You gotta chase it. You want something, you have to chase it. You have to force yourself to chase what you want.
Yes.
Sometimes, right?
First of all, you got to decide what it is that you want. You need clarity.
Yes.
You need clarity, and then you got to find the path to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta work on that. Bev, actually, I asked ChatGPT about what can be the most intriguing question that I can ask you during this episode.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
See how AI is.
Okay, can I use ChatGPT for the answer?
Yes.
I love it.
I don't think you need. It's a very cliche question in terms of happiness. Like, can money really buy happiness?
Oh, no. 100% not. Money can help with a lot of things. You know, it can help you do a lot of things. So money can certainly help. But there's no ways that money can buy happiness. I mean, you get people that are the richest people in the world.
Oh yeah, I've heard so many
And
stories.
they are not happy. And then you can find a man. There's somebody, one of the books that I read, I remember them talking about this man in the middle of Africa somewhere. And he had no desire to travel anywhere else or whatever, and he was as happy as anything. His whole community absolutely loved him. And they said to him, what are your dreams? Like, don't you want to, be a millionaire? Don't you want to make a lot of money? And he said, no. He said, my happiness is I'm sitting here in the most beautiful part of the world, surrounded by beautiful mountains, and I've got everything that I need. It's once again focusing on what makes you happy, and it's certainly not money.
Yeah.
But money obviously helps. We all want money, because if I've got lots of money, I can help so many other people. But it's not it isn't the criteria that's going to make you money. It might make you happy.
Yeah.
But I can do it.
Yeah, but for anyone who's telling that money can't buy happiness, I want you to send me your money.
Yes.
I want to try it myself.
100%.
I want to try it myself. Let me experience it, having money, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay, babe, it's been a pleasure talking to you. And again, I wanna highlight that how much you inspired me to do what I'm today. Like the way I conduct workshops, like. The way I talk to people, my energy, though I'm not as energetic as you during workshop.
You've got it, John.
But
got it.
Everything that, the clap once if you can hear me thing. That
yes.
I studied every gesture you do during workshops.
That works, eh?
Yeah, that works every single time.
Yeah.
So the energy, the passion of being happy, and then I just don't know how much you've helped me throughout my life.
Oh, thank you so much,
Right.
John.
Everything-
That means so much to me. And the thing is that we've all impacted people, you included. I tell teachers this as well that I do workshops with, that sometimes people have impacted you that you might never have the opportunity to tell them, thank you very much, you've had this opportunity to tell me. But, and vice versa, you've impacted so many people that you might never ever know. And sometimes people come back to me years later and they say, Bev, I can remember what you did. And I've got no recollection of that. Just live your life every day by impacting every single person that you interact with. And it's just makes life so much more meaningful.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But thank you. And likewise, I will never forget the time that I've worked with you. And
Same.
whenever John was around, we never had to worry because we knew that the photographs or the video, whatever, was going to be taken care of.
Remember what we always say? In John, we trust.
Yes, 100%. 100%, John. And for me to see what you've accomplished, from that interview that I learned about how much you had already accomplished in your life and how you've gone on from that, like you were saying, as a speaker, this is the most phenomenal thing. And that's outside of your area.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Completely.
It's like me with this video thing now. Like it's outside of my
I
area.
never thought of speaking in front of hundreds of people.
And it took guts.
Yeah.
But action also cures fear. Just go and do it.
Yes.
And you will learn from it, and you will get better and better and better. And the more you do it, the less scary it is,
100%.
Yeah, you're incredible, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Whew, finally. When I started this podcast, I was like, there are top 2 people that I want to have a guest. You and Hazel Jackson.
Oh, wow.
And I finally accomplished that
Thank
mission.
you.
And Bev, I'm really happy to see you. I hope we can hang out more in the future. Maybe I can go to South Africa. Maybe if I get an invite.
That'd be amazing, John.
I want to see the sunrise on your place. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. And let me give you a hug.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you so
Careful
much.
this water.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much.